All right, so here we are ready to get to 1500 or beyond. We are playing again the Stonewall attack. New chessable course came out. We started this account at 600, trying to get to 22, 2300, playing the Stonewall attack. As black, we're going to be playing my other chessable course, Counter Blow, where we play Pierce and King's Indian defense against anything. Now, this we're not concerned. It looks a lot like the ideal setup. That's how I call it in the course. Exactly what we were hoping for. And after we play a forward, this is indeed the Stonewall attack formation. From here, the plan is very straightforward. The knight loves to get on e5. Yeah, this move, a little bit weird. I guess we can always play queen e2. This knight, it's going to go back anytime now. So they wasted a move basically. Yeah, I'm not even going to wait. It's not a big deal, the knight by itself, but I'm not going to wait. My king castled, and that's it. Now I'm hoping, or I'm expecting them to just do that to castle, but my knight is already where it needs to be. Remember, if they capture, we open up the F file and it gets very, very nice for us. We've seen it happen already a lot. We started at 600 and it's just very easy to play, honestly. Now I'm thinking g4, g5, why not? e4 is very interesting, I have to say. Let me play g4. Don't forget, it looks intimidating to send our pawns, the ones supposed to defend the king, to send them up. But we have so much control over the center that they won't be able to open up the center to attack us. So I think it's time to put pressure on that knight. Yeah, I'm gonna take you, my friend. Let me play a4 just to undermine this pawn. Yeah, they couldn't care less. But now the question is, what do you do after I put pressure on e4? Now, typically when we get this setup, the ideal setup, we're going for an aggressive attack on the king, and that's still on the table. But I'm always open to other possibilities, such as the isolated pawn that just happened. A lot of people don't like this opening because of this bishop, but we can always try to get it out. We'll see. There's no rush yet. All right, we got something out of it. We got something out of it. And now I'm threatening to act down the A file. Like if I took, they cannot take back because of the pin. I guess they're working on that. A5, interesting. A5, interesting. Now, the knight is defending, and that's okay, but this has to be good for us. F5, trying to open up the rook. Remember, a knight by itself is nothing, so we need to look for the squares that it is attacking and look for ways to incorporate other pieces. So F5, bishop G5, I take, you take, and then rook F7, something like that. It has to be good for us. Let me play H4 first. Truth is, I don't need to rush anything. Probably F5 right away worked too, but I'm not gonna risk it. The most they could do, this is a nice knight, but now they cannot even take because we take the knight. The most they could do now is something with the rook, but I don't think that's gonna lead to anything. Yeah. Well, I think we gotta open up. We have to open up the file. You make no mistake. Now this bishop, again, don't worry about it. In due time, we're gonna play 4. We're gonna be okay. Tactics. I could play knight c4, followed by queen e6. Rook f7 is so attractive. But knight c4, if pawn takes, queen e6, I get the knight. Knight c4, if the queen takes, check, and I get this. I don't think I'm missing anything. I mean, it looks like probably the best move is it was rook f7. Just attack that king, come on. But that's a nice tactic. It's a cute tactic. Let's try to get it to work. Yeah. Ah, yeah. That's why, because the bishop leaves. Oh no, but when the queen takes, we just collect, which should be okay. We should be okay, I think. Now I messed up. I did see that move, but I underestimated it. Too shallow. I should have calculated deeper. Because now when they take, they're hitting the rook. Yeah, those are the mistakes that we make at the 1400 level. Shouldn't have happened. All right, they have to do something about the rook. They cannot take my queen. That would be mate. Finally, my bishop is open. We're up by 3 pawns. This is just too fancy, that move. Maybe unnecessary, but... threatening checkmate. How are they going to get out of it? h6, I don't think that's what they want. g6, we go with check. Drop the pawn. It happens. Oh no. They're being good friends after all. They're being good friends after all. No need to rush. I don't need anything fancy. Yeah, this is just an easy endgame now. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Notice that we didn't do anything extraordinary. I actually played inaccurately, but still, we know our plan. We're putting so much pressure. It's difficult for our opponents to just get out of it. And that's it. All right, we got that game relatively easily, but we have to be careful. Again, what I like the most is that we always have a plan. Even if we make mistakes, we know where we're going with the opening. All right. Now, this is counter blow, playing as the black pieces. It looks like a King's Indian defense. And since I put the bishop on d3, let me go bishop g4. Because the queen was blocked from protecting that pawn. So I'm going to eliminate the knight. I eliminated the knight. Now I'm going to put pressure on that pawn. All right. Let me put the knight in the center. Remember, this is what we call the dark square strategy. We undermined their center. They had a beautiful center. The moment we provoked that pawn to advance, weaknesses are created on the dark squares. All right, I don't think this is going to lead to anything. And of course, if they had taken the knight, we had check, and then we get the queen. These are tactics that we are more than familiar with. All right, they might be trying to checkmate us here, but their king is in the center, so we might be able to get something out of that. Anyways, let me try to open up the center. That's where the king is. I'm up a pawn, so I'm happy to simplify as well. Yeah, they don't want to simplify anything. Okay, so there we go. Their king is in the center. Let's see who gets to who first. Yeah, this cannot be good for you, my friend. Mhm. This is a free pawn, but what can I do about this? Now this is a 14-13. Okay, they moved away, but now this is just easy simplification here. That's it. We're winning by 2 pawns. They have no attack whatsoever, particularly because our queen is traded. That's it. Now it should be pretty easy. That's it. They even resigned. All right. Next one. Black pieces again. Since we're playing against d4, it's a King's Indian defense, but we're doing our setup. Nothing special. Aha. Okay, Samish, in the course in counterblow, we talked about delaying castling. I don't want him to do this perfect, not perfect, but this beautiful plan where they just go queen d2 and then do the pawn storm. We're basically telling them, if you want to go down that route, I'm on to you on the queen side as well. All of this is straight out of counterblow. We covered it up to this point. Now we just play chess. I don't think they're ever going to castle queenside because we have open lines already. So all right, they're thinking maybe they want to play d5. We have b4 and then c5. Okay, I castle now because again I'm not concerned about them going this way. Yeah, they're gonna end up castling kingside. That's a fact. Not a fact actually. They push the b pawn, so with b and d gone, c4 becomes weak. So let's see if we can play something like bishop e6 and then get to c4. Also, my bishop here, don't forget, this is a monster. Let's see if we can do anything about that. Okay, that was pretty nice. Oh, but you dropped something, my friend. You dropped something. All right. For all I know, I'm up a pawn. I just need to be okay with simplifying the game now. Let's do it. A little bit tricky because I'm getting doubled pawn, but it's going to be a passed pawn at the end of the day. How much do I want to simplify? They did it before I did it. What's going on with this guy? All right. Queen a8 just to put pressure on that pawn. It makes sense to me, but yeah, let me go with this instead. This is a passed pawn at the end of the day. It is an extra pawn. They get a passed pawn as well, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Well, it's going. It is going indeed. Yeah, that's another pawn. b6 is falling as well. Simple tactics. We've seen it, particularly between 1100 and 1400. We saw a lot of these simple tactics deciding the game. So this is what we have to get good at. Okay, that's just too much. This is a 1429. Yeah, all right. Black pieces again. Come on. All right, so e4, it looks like a Pierce defense. Same system, but since they haven't played c4, we call it the Pierce defense. All right, this might be in the air. There we go. Central fork, we've talked about that. Their center is not what it used to be anymore. They should move the bishop and try to preserve the bishop pair, but we'll see. Yeah, that's the right call. And now they still got a central pawn. Let's try to go after it. That's it. It's about hypermodern opening is about undermining their center. We're gonna trade our flank pawn or side pawn for their central pawn. If they take with the pawn, it's an isolated pawn, so we're okay with that anyways. Interesting. Let me go with this. I'm happy to get one of the bishop pair. Why not? Let me get away from here. Not only I want to play e5 at some point, but maybe rook d8 to pin the bishop. Let me play b6. I like the idea of, there you go, having my two bishops on the long diagonals. I might be able to put pressure down the the h1 a8 diagonal. And ultimately, I wanted to have my rooks connected. And to be honest, I did not like any square for my bishop on this diagonal. What if I go here? From f4, I'll be attacking both the rook and the pawn. Yeah, they might just go down this route, which is okay, not a big deal. I called it. All right, that's it. Let me just leave my knight in the center. Ay, where are you going? Let me do a cheap trick. Yeah, don't play chess like this. I could have just improved the rooks even more. Yeah, I really wanted to do this. I really wanted to do this. Yeah, fair enough. At least when I take back, it's going to come with a tempo. Okay, now we own the file. We got doubled rooks on the D file. That's it. They cannot claim it, and I think rook d2 is coming next. Rooks to the 7th rank. Every time I say something, my opponent stops it. All right, fair enough. No, that's not what I want. All right, now I got a pawn minority on the queen side. Let me see if I can create something. Let me see if I can undermine those pawns. All right. Now that this guy is fixed in place, we might be able to put pressure on it. So the pawn minority in the middle game and the end game, this is how we use it. We use it to create weaknesses in their pawn structure. Huh. Careful with that, my friend. Hmm. Interesting, interesting. Just looking for ways. I'm trying to keep maintain the initiative. Continuing to put pressure, things like that. Na, 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 na. What to do? What to do? No, not a fan of that. Just trying to complicate the game, nothing more. End game, end game. Hmm. End game, we gotta activate the king. Needless to say. Yeah, that's a mistake. This pawn is gonna be a weakness forever. It just cannot be right. Right in front of the knight, they cannot put me in check again, so that's an easy way to know there's not gonna be a fork. All right, simple tactic. I hope you found it. That's a pin. We got the knight. The mistake is coming sooner or later. Yeah, they're probably gonna put me in check here, but it means nothing. Yep. This is mine, no matter what. Yep, we got that one. Okay, we should be getting the white pieces now, finally. And it looks like we're getting a little bit of our own medicine. And we said, I gave you two ways to play against the King's Indian defense, but my favorite is e4. We're getting into this Austrian attack formation. This I understand, but I don't think it's going to do much. How about we play 5? How about we play 5? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? What I like is opening up the file, the F file. Yep. Maybe now I can put pressure on it. Let me do this. A little bit weird because I'm getting myself double pawns, but I see it as a very solid structure in the center. All right. Let me put pressure right away. Tactics, tactics, tactics. Every time a pawn is moved in chess, weaknesses are created. That pawn was guarding e6. And now that's it. Give me the queen or give me the bishop. There's nothing that you could do about it. All right. Same old, same old. All right. 92 was the move. 92 first. All right, let me do it now. Pretend like I did it first. There you go. Just like that. Pawn stone Stonewall attack. Pawn stone. The pawn formation from the Stonewall attack. All right. Okay, I could ask you to leave. Why not? Tricky business, my friend. I don't see you checkmating me anytime. With the bishop, there's no way that bishop can checkmate me. It's not going to happen. You need to bring a lot of pieces, and it's just going to take you too long. Too long. I just have a lot of pieces to defend my king with. I think I got myself trapped. I needed the knight to stay here. Queen g3 was a better move, probably. Yeah, nice one. That was a nice one. All right. What can I say? Still, we got already a piece that they gave us. So 2 pieces for the rook. Not so bad. Yeah, I cannot take with this because then Queen g5 is going to be too annoying. It's going to be too annoying. All right, I just need to simplify the game. I'm being attacked heavily. All right. If you have to defend, we defend. It is what it is. My knight e5 costed me. I allowed bishop h4, and it's costed me a little bit of discomfort, but we'll get over it soon. All right. I'm gonna go with this. If I take with the bishop, there's a fork. I get it. If I take with the knight, I have no choice. All right, now we're gonna suffer. We're going to suffer. It is what it is. Let me see if I can get rid of the queens. I'm behind in development. I'm being attacked. This rook is coming soon, so I need to get rid of the main attackers that they have. I'm uncomfortable, I gotta say. Defense, that's part of chess. That's part of chess, okay. Defense. Okay, development, that's the main thing that I need to do. All right. I think they gave me too much of a break. Too much of a break. Yeah, I gotta give him something. I'm gonna prioritize development over the pawn, 100%. Interesting. Yeah. What do we take with? I want to keep my knight active. I might need it. Maybe it was better to bring it over to defend, but we'll see. 2 mana pieces are better than a rook. That's a fact. Okay, take. You come with check. Not what I want. Defense. I need to stabilize my possession, put my king surrounded by my good pieces to be defended, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, I don't see any checks. Everything is defended. Okay, that's a check, and it's not defended. Just gotta defend. Defense. Where are you going with that? Defending, and threatening checkmate. All right. Oops, sorry. New one. By the way, that one, again, I don't think they had anything. Let me see. Yeah, here, this cannot be good. Yeah, this is already plus 1.4. Queen e1 was not the best move. Apparently, Queen e2 was better. Maybe this was the idea. Yeah, that was the idea indeed. And then here, just e4, man. It's e4. Their king is in the center. We know this. e4, even c4. Yeah, there's nothing for them to get us in trouble here. All right. So, new game. We made it to 1452. English opening. We had a chapter on it. I'm always careful with free pawns because sometimes they have this check and they get the knight, but they have a pawn on c4 this time. So, all right, let me go back to safety. Now this is a 1552, so I gotta be careful not to make any silly mistakes. Advance. I could have played knight c6. I could have done so many things. Actually, bishop g4 was interesting as well. I don't like this. We get pretty good space in the center. Now we develop with a tempo on this pawn. If they advance it, we can go 95. Or we could trade first. What could be better? Yeah, let me go with this. En passant. Or leave this as a protected pass pawn. Knight d3 is powerful. Knight g4, chip trick. Why not? All right, just developing my pieces, nothing fancy. Yeah. I could play takes, queen f6. Of course, we gotta consider moves like h takes g4, then I'm forced to just take on c3. Hmm, interesting. Same thing for white. They should have considered not only my capture or capture here, but also my in-between check. Is this what I want? Actually, I need my queen to get involved, and that will be the end of it. So how do we do that? Mm-mm, mm-mm. Maybe they play g5. Yeah. I'm really counting on my protected pass pawn. I think it has to be it. That has to be the answer. All right, let me seal the h file. If that's what they want, if they take now, that might be trouble for them. Not to mention, I could always play king f7 and bring the rook over. Huh. So that's how you want to play it. 6. There has to be something here for us. Hmm. This might be tricky, but let's open up. Okay, fine. If I take you, you take me. Let's open up. I feel like I'm in better position to attack, but I might be about to be proved wrong. We're playing at 1552, make no mistake. They know what they're doing. Okay. I calculated this far. Everything comes with check. Even if they took, it comes with check, and then I have time to get my knight out. I mean, my queen out. They had no choice, by the way. Moving the king, the rook would fall. Yeah. Okay, how do we do this? I bet I have many ways to do this. Check. They take, check. That would be a nice one. Okay, I considered this one, but nah, this has to be the move. Now they could say, I'm gonna give you my queen because this is guaranteed, but then I give you my queen because this one is guaranteed. And for all I know, I'm up 2 bishops. This is just too much. Too much. Tactics. Fork? No, doesn't work. Fork doesn't work. It just doesn't work. All right, we got that one. Nothing special. White pieces. We're doing our Stonewall attack. Now let me do the other line that I offered you guys against the King's Indian defense. All right, the idea is to now expand heavily on the queen side. All of these pawns storm. So you could do Austrian attack, like I already showed you, or you could go with this. Now this doesn't work because of d5. So, All right. This might be tricky business. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I chose the right way to go, but you get the idea. We get a lot of space on the queen side. We have a lot of fun here. Okay, let me fix this little problem just in case. Again, I'm not concerned about this deflecting my bishop because I'll be always hitting the rook. For now, we're in good shape. I wonder if I should have played bishop b2 instead. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna go here. Ah, did I just drop a knight? Yeah, I think I gotta go to sleep. Instead of this move dropping the knight, just bishop b2, man. What's going on here? All right. What's going on? Let me go back and defend. F4 is always in the air, so they have to be careful not to do something like queen d7 and things like that. Yeah. So I could be playing f4, knight e4. No, I don't think so. All right, let me take. These are going to be hanging pawns. They could be powerful, but if we know what to do, they might become a weakness. So let's see how we want to go about it. Let me go with f4. Now, the key to play against hanging pawns is to make them move. Right now, they control so much in the center. They're really good. But if this one, for example, advances, their weakness is already created. For them, they gotta keep them like this until it's the right time to advance. For me, I gotta make them break that perfect structure. I like my bishop 2 squares away from the knight. It controls it. So now that I played f4, they have to see what they do with that knight. I get a feeling they want to go to c4, or they're going to go to c4. Also, speaking of pawn structure, notice how by playing f4, we create a weakness right here. So we have to be very careful. You have to take with the knight, I think. How are you going to defend that pawn? I'm not so sure. Let me go here just in case I need to keep an eye on this guy. Those are weak pawns. They're going to fall sooner or later. I can see my rook coming to d1. I can see some e4, f5, or f5 right away to attack the king. What do we want to do? Yeah. I was gonna do this at first, but hey. I almost forgot about that diagonal. Almost. All right, give me that. f5 might be coming next. Yeah, why not? And you see my queen here is so useful. I just knew it might come handy. I've made mistakes like this many times before. I'm gonna get it no matter what. And you see that move, that blunder that I did in the opening rook a2. It was bad in that moment because I dropped the knight. But typically, it's a good idea to transfer the rook to the other side of the board. I get it. You cannot go here or you get mated. I don't think you want to go up. If you go here, boom, and then the same thing. That's it. That's it. All right. Next one. We got the white pieces again. 1469. Let's see. Ooh, England Gambit. And remember, we covered it in the course. We do not want to hold on to the pawn. We just need to develop quickly. Yeah, that cannot be right. Yeah, this, I mean, we don't have to do this, but just wanna just wanna have fun. Let me bother you a little bit, just a tiny bit. Now this is a double pawn, so if I could trade it, that's good. Ooh, I'm coming for you. Just trying to develop quickly. Castle. Also, it opens up the diagonal for the queen. They're cute moves like 95 where the pawn cannot take you. Okay, so this might be what I needed. Or I'm just going to remove the defender of the light squares around the king. For all I know, I'm up a pawn. So what are you trying to do, my friend? All right. They have no queen, no way to create counterplay, I think. Okay, so then I get another pawn. I'm threatening another one. This is an attractive square. There's a check, and then getting into there, but give me another pawn. And if they take, that's a fork. Maybe I should have taken first. It is what it is. Yeah, we got that one. All right, 23 more points to make it to 1500. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but I think getting from 1400 to 1500, it's feeling easier than getting from 1100 to 1400 for some reason. So they gave us their true intentions. They want some crazy opposite side castling, so we're going to let them know we're ready. Why do you keep playing that, people? Okay, so now I'm not even concerned about them castling queenside to attack me. Remember, I'm okay with this because I'm never going to castle kingside. So that's why I was okay with giving them my bishop. Notice that, and if you've been following me for a while, you know this, but notice that I delayed development because I knew they were going to go for that. I did it here because, again, the same tempo that I wasted with the bishop, that queen is just coming back. So not a big deal. All right, I'm going to castle. Before in the air, but when, how? What to do, huh? E5 or B4 and C5. Let me go with B4. Fixing this pawn in place anyways. Interesting. What to take with? What to take with? Is this knight gonna go to e2? Is it gonna go to h3? Happy to take, pawn takes, and then fork. Well, I'm gonna take anyways, because that's just a bad pawn structure. All right, pinning the bishop. c4 would be a dream. Well, we're gonna play it anyways. If I play c3, is that knight ugly? We're about to find out. c3, a3. What to do? What to do? What to do? What to do? I like my position, but I'm not so sure how to continue. What can I say? What to do? What to do? f4 is coming, so that's something else for me to be careful with. All right, I gotta play c4. I don't have to, but I cannot find anything else, and I don't want to get so low on time. All right, let me reroute the knight. Fine. Pin, pin, pin. So I'm threatening to take on f5 because the pawn is pinned on the queen. Now this knight is not playing. Anytime I would take with the h pawn, but I really want to open up the f file. I want to open up my rook. Since they're down two pieces, basically, they're not participating. I want to attack. I want to put pressure. I still have beautiful moves like knight d5. Yeah, let's go for it. I was hesitating because of bishop c4, but I guess I could play e6 any moment. There we go. There has to be something here. There has to be something here. If you go up, this knight is coming with check as well. Yeah, that cannot be good for you. Not sure why or how, but it cannot be good. Why or how, but it cannot be good. This has to win. This has to win. There was probably something better. You guys will let me know in the comments. There was probably something better, but even if they take the queen in between move, promote with check. I think that was a pretty move. That was a nice move. Okay, you took the pawn. I'm still attacking you. I was always checking to see if they had any checks, but they don't. So that's peace of mind. There's a pin piece, my friends, and it's beautiful move because they cannot even do check. So if they take, I take with check. They cannot take with the knight because it is pinned. All right. There has to be something. This has to be over already. Did I have this idea before? Oh well, let me see because I don't have a lot of time. I couldn't find anything better. What can I tell you? All right, we got that one. Let me take a quick look. Yeah, bishop g7, the computer didn't like it. Yeah, just play a5 right away. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, this is just quick, okay, c5. There you go. I wanted to make sure c5 was the right call compared to e5. And then I wanted to see, yeah, bishop h3, we mess up their pawn structure. c3, okay, c3 feels good. And then here I hesitated. I took so long to make c3. It turned out to be the right move. Okay, I spent a lot of time on c3. Move number 19. Let me see. Yep, I spent over a minute to play c3. All right, so very proud of that. Very proud of that. Check. Was there anything else here? Yeah, f4 was probably better. b3 was good. c2 was a great move. Ah, come on. Yeah, I guess this was stronger because then you threaten a mate, and then there's all of these. So great. All right, we go to the next one. Black pieces again, and we made it to 1486. It looks like if we win this one, we finish with a Stonewall attack. We'll see. All right, it looks like it's gonna get into a classical setup. A little bit weird. Whenever I see this, I play c6, but I figure, well, what's the big deal? b5 was probably better. Let me play bishop g4. Is that what you really, really want? See, now that I'm already castled, I'm not gonna take because then that queen gets right here, really close to my king. Yeah, I have no time to waste. Before, I know that if they move the knight, my pawn is pinned, but the idea is to continue to expand anyways. Let's try to get to them before they get to us. If I go to d5, d takes, not good. h5 is so interesting, but okay, let me go with this. It's a weird, it's a weird thing going on here. What to do, what to do, what to do. I gotta be careful with this diagonal. Very, very careful with that. Okay, if I take knight b6, I'm not concerned about this because they defend each other. I don't think I'm missing anything. I don't think I'm missing anything. This is a check. We know that. We just move out of the way, and then we hope we can get to them before they get to us. I don't like my queen's possession, but this is what I got myself into. So now we do the best we can with what we got. Yeah. That was understandable. I might even be able to get out of develop the knight with a tempo. Since they don't have a dark square bishop, I'm not that concerned about getting checkmated, but I have to be careful. What if I just play c4? You're coming with this. Okay. Okay, let me open up that king. Probably they take with the knight. Understandable. Yeah, you got away from the threat by creating a brand new threat. Okay. I'm going to go to the center. This one seems attractive, but I'm just going to go to the center. It's a powerful knight. It could come over and help defend. Knight d5 is coming. Sorry, knight d5 is coming with another tempo. Maybe get into b4 or even f4. I don't feel so bad now. If I could put pressure down the file. Yep. Fair enough. Let me just improve all of my pieces. h5 is probably coming. What are you gonna do about this? I mean, there's a long way before they checkmate me, but man, if I could, I mean, if I take this is a fork. That's it. Fork. Yeah, and I don't think they got anything. I just move out of the way. Oh yeah, that's it. Actually, let me really simplify the game. Get rid of everything I can. Just being fancy. And that's it. Nothing to be... Ah! My opponent didn't see it. I should have taken the rook. Come on, this is just silly. Oof, unbelievable. Okay, so we made it to 1493. Even with those silly mistakes. Okay, last game, it's with the Stonewall attack. Let's see how it goes. Okay, this we talked about it. We have a very nice chapter about this early c5. All right, if you want to play like that. And then it comes with a tempo on the queen. Nice development. What more do we want? Yeah. 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 Now they could take the pawn. That's okay. I'm gonna focus on developing. For all I know, all of my minor pieces are developed. I'm ready to castle. They cannot say the same thing. All right, that's it. Now we can say we have compensation. I don't even know how this is going to end up, but it has to be better for us. Yeah, time to attack. What are you going to do about knight b5, queen a5? All right, we began. We began already. I wanted to play queen d2. Not only am I threatening, connecting the rooks, it makes sense. It's a developing move, preparing bishop h6. But I was also taking care of this square for the queen because now I'm threatening in c7. Before they could go to a5. Now if they go queen a5, take the queen, knight takes, and then fork. That's it. That's it. And this is something very important, by the way. If you play the Stonewall attack, you gotta be able to be flexible. You cannot play the same structure against everything. To make it effective, you gotta do what we did in the course, be able to adapt it depending on what they play. All right, that's a fork. Do we want to take here first or not? Well, we're gonna be winning, so simplification makes perfect sense. That's it. This knight is probably not gonna make it out, but it doesn't matter. We got a rook. We got a free rook. They gotta be careful. Maybe I actually get out. Yeah, that's just too much now. And again, this is a 1500 rated player. Yeah, that's okay. There has to be something good, right? Okay, yeah. They're not even gonna find out. Just out of curiosity, what should I have done here? Rook a to d1. Yeah, I was thinking of bringing one of the rooks to the d file. Yeah, no, it looks like rook a to d1 is the way to go. Yeah. You're already winning by a lot. Keep putting pressure and enjoy. All right, so we made it to 1501. Next time I see you, we're going to take this account to 1600, and we keep at it with both courses, counter blow, King's Indian defense and Pierce defense for black, and Stonewall attack for the white pieces.